I agree with your comments. This really is the perfect picture. You know what? Actually, take photo. Yeah! Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Kirby's Epic Yarn. In the last episode, we finished up Spaceland 100%, and in this episode, we're going to be heading off to... You guessed it, at long last. We are headed to Dreamland. Now, before we go, actually, I do want to check something. What pictures have I taken in this game before? Now that I think of pictures again. Great photo album? I probably need to go to my Wii message board to check that. Anyway, though, so, you might be asking, how do you go to Dreamland? Well, you press minus, and then you press up to go to another world. But the minus button is really awkward, a button that no one ever uses, and the cool kids don't press the minus button, you say. Well, that's what this is for. You can now go up to the top of Patch Castle and hop into Prince Fluff's magical sock. That's something I never thought I'd say. Hop into a magical sock. And we have arrived in Dreamland. And I just gotta say, this hub world has quite possibly the most peaceful music that you could just fall asleep to after a stressful day. It's just so perfect. We can even swing around on Wispy's branches over here. Oh man, Wispy, you were never known for being a challenging boss, yet we all still love you. Anyway, Wispy's Forest is our first level, so let's do it! Alright, so Green's music. I will say, I really like the concept of Dreamland, how it's mixing level design and mixing themes with the style of this game. I really do like the idea of this. If you've played older Kirby games, it's just greatly magnified. If you haven't played other Kirby games, well, consider this your gateway into the Kirby series, just as you're finishing this one. I will say, though, I do somewhat wish that I would have Let's Played other Kirby games before this one. You know, just possibly because... You know, it kind of would make this area have more meaning to those that have only watched my videos and don't necessarily, you know, play the Kirby games all that much. But, I don't know. I don't really see it as, you know, that bad. I mean, it's really my only regret with Let's Playing Epic Yarn first. I still like Epic Yarn a lot. And, you know, I'm not a big fan of the Kirby series otherwise, as many of you know, but I do like this one quite a bit. Anyway, though, I really like these cannons. You have, like, Donkey Kong-style cannons right here that are rotating. You have to time your press of the 2 button. I like how they look how it's just like a pouch that you hop inside of and, like, it bulges. Right here we have our first treasure. We have Wispy Wood. So, we have yet another Kirby character that we can place into our apartment. Now, I know that you have a limit of 24 items that you can place in your apartment. I don't know for a fact if there's exactly 24 Kirby enemies that you can get in your, Kirby's pad, I should call it. I shouldn't call it an apartment, it's his pad. I like that, his pad, in a theme. I'm saying his pad a lot, his pad. His pad. Yeah, I'm going to Kirby at his pad. I'm gonna go see Kirby at his pad, yeah. Alright, so I am done there. Right over here we have our 3-star patch, and we already have our bronze rank secured, so that's not too bad. I want to get rid of you, or get rid of your spear. We have to take away your weapon. Let's go up here. And we got a door hidden up here. Now, this is kind of reminiscent of how Kirby games are, how technically you can, in most levels, just fly over everything. I mean, there is stuff in the air to stop you from doing that, but for the most part, you can just fly over everything. But if you choose to, like, explore a lot, there's a lot of secrets for you to find. So, Kirby's kind of as easy or as hard as you want it to be in a traditional sense. However, in this Kirby game, as you know, you cannot fly. You have your parachute to hover downward slowly, and there is going to be a level that's focused on Parachute Kirby pretty soon. But for the time being, there isn't that. Right there we have our second treasure. We can destroy these bomb blocks, just like in classic Kirby fashion. Destroying a bomb block will destroy all blocks touching it. And then all blocks touching those, 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 hey, new enemy! This guy, you need to hit him twice. If you do not hit him twice, you are going to, well, get stomped by him. And getting stomped by him is no fun. Getting curb stomped is less fun. So you gotta make sure that he doesn't get a chance to attack you. He requires 2 hits to take down, throwing an enemy at him counts as a hit, and also ground pounding him counts as a hit. So what I like to do is what you saw there. I like to throw an enemy at him and then follow up with a ground pound before he gets a chance to recover. I like that quite a bit. Right here, we have these lifts right here. You're gonna be seeing a lot of these in these Dreamland levels, these lifts with wings. Right over here, though, we have a door. And of course, as you guess, there's going to be secrets here. Ooh. So yes, secret rooms play a much bigger part of Dreamland levels as opposed to the other levels. You'll actually notice the level design drastically changing a lot because a lot of these levels are throwbacks to classic Kirby levels. Of course, this being Green Greens, and also it's got some elements of Grassland from Kirby's Dream Land 3, you know, because Grassland is generally like the first world in a few different Kirby games. But right there, we get ourselves gold rank, so we're not really hurting too bad. We have 226 streak right now. We're doing quite well, I might add. So I can't really... Oh god. I thought that thing was actually going to, like, dip down into the spikes, because I know that there are platforms in this game that do that, where they will dip down into the spikes. And, oh, I should have saved that Waddle Doo. Okay, you can go and charge off in that other direction. I don't need to worry about you. I hope he doesn't, like, rush in from off screen like an angry cuckoo or something. Stupid freaking Gordos and their unkillableness. Hey. Alright, so we got ourselves a crystal star right there. Our streak is just growing by leaps and bounds. We really don't... Wow, over 300 now after I say that. Let's get 320. Wow, look at this! Our streak is just massive, and like we're in no danger of losing it. Okay, now that I say that, of course, now we're in danger of losing it because we got a Waddle Doo right here, but I took care of him. Right here! This area is a bit clever. It's kind of like a puzzle game. You have to use the enemies wisely. If you go up, you cannot go back down. And you have to destroy the most number of blocks possible to get into the most areas possible so that you can get as much treasure as possible. This level is actually a pretty good level for getting a lot of beads. As you can see, this level's not particularly difficult. And on top of that, I have over 4,000 beads. Ha, you thought I was going to say over 9,000. Okay. Why would you have any reason to believe I was going to say over 9,000? You can quite clearly see my count in the corner of the screen, and it is not over 9,000. Oh, well. Anyway, let's drop that, and let's go into this door, because this door is actually where our final collectible is, if memory serves me correctly. I will admit that, also. I do remember Kirby's Epic Yarn a lot more than I thought I was going to remember it. Like, I thought I was going to, like, screw up a lot of details, and I thought I was going to, you know, just all around screw up a lot more. Just, you know, not remember enemy names, that kind of stuff. But to my surprise, I've been actually doing a bit better than I thought I was going to, actually. Let's toss that up there. And that didn't kill the Bronto bird. Crap. Oh, wow. Apparently if you go down this harder path, there's more beads for you. I don't want to keep risking it because I want to keep my streak high. Because so far my streak was like just about 600, I think it was. It was like 590 something on the first level that we played as Rocket Kirby. Crap. These right here are extremely helpful to this level, this part of the level, so you can just kind of, you know, kind of just blast everything, I guess. I'm trying to like think of like how to say it. Those arrows are really helpful because they help you clear a whole line. That's what I'm trying to say. So it basically lets you Tetris. Let's get out of the way of these Gordos. These Gordos dropping down, you wouldn't think that they'd be quite such a danger, but I have gotten hit by them when I haven't been expecting to get hit by them. If you just make Wispy's head all flat, they don't hurt you too bad. They don't really have a chance to hurt you. But yes, they do drop out of Wispy whenever he'll like blow up, like he'll move his mouth and then that'll cause them to drop down. So you kind of want to keep in rhythm though because these two Wispy trees will alternate doing that. So, anything up here? No, okay. I'm just trying to be really careful because I have a massive streak going and I don't want to screw it up. So, we got to play through a lot of level elements that are in other Kirby games and just, you know, in classic Kirby stuff in general. Well, I bet you never got to do this in another Kirby game. You get to transform into a giant tank of death and blow up the forest! Screw nature! Ha ha ha! Yes. We get to basically say screw nature and destroy the grassland of old. Okay, no, in all seriousness, I don't condone screwing nature. I don't condone screwing nature. That sounds really bad. Anyway. Let's, take out Uki up there. These Ukis actually will hurt you. They do not just throw money at you like in the first world. These ones actually harm you. Let us Patchline get the better Ukis. We need to get some of those in Dreamland. Anyway, let's blast those. There we go. Oh my god, am I gonna keep this going up to 450? Let's hope. I will say, in tank... Oh god. Of course I sneeze in the middle of a recording. I think that's one of the only times I've ever done that. I don't think I've sneezed all that much in recordings. I don't think I've ever yawned either, but, it'd be kind of bad of me trying to be all exciting and all, like, you know, all happy and, like, big and booming and, you know, cheering everyone up and all that. It'd be kind of crappy if I yawned, like, while trying to do all that, so. Anyway, though. More brown-up birds up here, but anyway, I was saying that if you do happen to get hit in this area, which I'm trying really hard not to, you do kind of enjoy the fact that it's really not that difficult to avoid getting hit. It's not that difficult to pick up all your beads again, is what I'm saying. Is that you are so big and you have such a massive hitbox, and on top of that, the tank bot really isn't that slow, and it's just, because of that, I do find it kind of easy. Should you want to just be a weirdo, you can kind of come over here and do nothing. It's just kind of an area where you can go if you want, but anyway. We have a streak of over 500. It is time for us to fight Wispy. So, yeah, you fought Wispy Woods in other Kirby games, and you know he's usually the first boss with very few exceptions. Well, this time you get to just be a giant tank of death and just blast the crap out of Wispy. Seriously, Kirby, what did Wispy ever do to you? I mean, he threw apples at you maybe, though, but you know what they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Oh, well. I didn't break my streak. I got 549, which isn't bad, and I got over 6,800 beads, and we got even more just now because I got 5 stars. Thank God. I was so hoping it wouldn't do that. All right. 7,304 beads in a single run of a level. Was that level difficult at all? No, not really. And it's just like, because that level's not that difficult, I can recommend playing it to a lot of people. Just because, you know, if you ever want to get more beads, it's actually a pretty good level to get them in. I mean, heck, we got 300 more from the treasure, so in total, that was like, what, like 7,500 almost? And we get even more mini-games here that I don't care about. Well, it's not that I don't care about them, it's that I'm saving them for another video. But, time being, Kirby, is your throwing arm just as good in Dreamland as it is in Patchland? Yes, it is. You might notice the header above the level kind of reminiscent of Kirby Superstar. By the way, I like this animation. One thing you'll notice is that there's a weird trend of Waddle Dees doing work or getting hurt in these levels. All these level animations seem to involve Waddle Dees doing stuff. But anyway, that was kind of a long level, and this I remember being a particularly long level, and my timer is showing that it's been over 10 minutes, so I'm kind of thinking of ending this off here. So next time on Kirby's Epic Yarn, we'll be heading into Tempest Towers. What level could that be a reference to? I don't know. See you guys then.